Well, hi guys, welcome back to Kick Our Direction at MK Sportscars. Back in the workshop with a little bit of an update on some cars. We're going to roll them out over the next few weeks and months. Now, the good thing is, sun's started to come out. It's quite pleasant out there, isn't it? So it's perfect time to get out in one of these. And if you haven't got one, you know what to do. Hook us up, phone call, email here at MK Sportscars and go, I want one of those. Because why wouldn't you? Spring's coming and we're looking to roll these out onto the road or to the track. Talking about that, what's this you're going to say? Well, if you've been following us over the last few months, we've been building this one. So it's a cup chassis. Give it a little bit of brief summary if you've already followed it, so don't bore you. We've turbocharged Hayabusa engine, so it's got all billet front uprights. We've got the CSR wings. We've got the Yeti Lee light pack on here, and I'll show you those in a second. Intercooler with our shroud around it, 70mm core radiator, catch tank, oil catch tank as well as coolant catch tank, big brakes, 265mm discs on the front, so they're whoppers with wheelwood calipers. Wheels and customers supplied to us with some ZZS tyres. But the main heart of this beast is this. This is a Hayabusa 1340, but it ain't no ordinary one. If you haven't seen it, there's a big snow snapped down there, and it's not one that get in the garden, it's one that goes whoosh and bang and makes lots of horsepower, like nearly 480 horsepower, which is absolutely bonkers. So we've been installing this. Customer supplied us the engine as a donut ready to work. They're fully forged internals. We've had to do a lot of modifications to get this in. It's had to have a bonnet scoop, and then we had to modify his plenum that was supplied. This was trimmed, make all new custom pipe work, which is alley, all into here. Then we've had to trim out quite a bit of the areas and modify all the pipe work and make custom pipe work for the intake for the turbo and the oil lines and the exhaust system to make sure that all fitted neat and tiny, because he supplied that already. And then things like this where we had to blank the lamber here because that was going through the panel. We ended up taking that off, blanking it and putting a new one just down in here so we can run the cabling up. Wiring's all done. Quite a lot of wiring. Loom was supplied by the customer onto our sort of chassis harness. We've had to sort of splice and play with this because it's on an MBE management down in here. So we've had to do a lot of splicing to make it all work from canvas onto the AIM dashboard, which we'll show you in here. So AIM dashboard, when you look at this, we'll power it all up. It all powers up there. We're just not far away from the start procedure in this. We've just got to finish on oil, pressure and oil temperature gauge before we do first fire. So this is all digital, works on here, and I'll just show you on the freewheel. So this is all on the steering wheel controls like you've seen before, guys, but indicators flashing. In fact, show you the headlights while we're there. Look at these. Well, I didn't see you coming or turning. Well, you've got to be blind, haven't you? Hey? That's crazy. And then if we do the main beam, and then we do the horn, and we do the DRLs as well, which here's the day-type running lights, really nice. LED, and then if you do your indicator, I can't say you can't see that, can you guys? I mean, that's a whopper, isn't it? Woohoo! It's like disco. Right. So inside freewheel, we've got all of that. We've just got to do the label for the switches, and Kai will run around here and try and catch up. Now, it's hard. I'm sorry, I talk so fast. We've got a gear lever, which is 1 down and 5 back for your change on it. Then you've got this little dial here, which is for low, medium and high boost. So it's scary, very scary, and poo your pants type of scenario. We've got his gauge here, which is for his AFR as well, which he's got on, and your bias for your adjustable pedal box, which has got a nice billet one in there. So nice, simple, clean interior. Notice there's nothing here, no handbrake. So you've got nice, plenty of cockpit space, because just here, under here, I haven't got it here because we just finished it off and trimming it off, but under here is the electric handbrake button, which will apply for you. So that's really cool. We've got the Really nice, strong seats in here, fiberglass GLP, extra wide ones, give you a bit more room, a bit more space, and certainly more room because it's right to the back for your hands if you've got a hands device. 6-point on the drivers, mandatory for racing, just a 4-point for the passenger, not that he has that very often. FIA roll cage, safety is important. This bad boy is going to sort you out, but it's lightweight, but also adds a ton of protection. Then we roll into the back. I think it says exactly what it is on the tin. Right there, we've got a fog light and LED. In fact, I'll show you that. Let's do that. Let's show you that while we're there. We've got side lights, dip beam, and we'll put the fog light on from here as well. So you've got a nice fog light on there, which is on this freewheel, a nice LED for your number plate when that's fitted on there. Now, Simon hasn't seen these graphics done with this vehicle. Orange and black decals that we've tied up, and we'll show you here on the nose cone. Here we go. Here we go. We're going to put all that on the car, but this is the orange and black, looking rather wickedly sharp with the Cup 400, and really nice looking actually. Really sets the car. If we get all that tied together, it's all been put on, but we just finished off electrics white. It's easier to have this cut off. A nice representation of what these are. These are British made cars, and we should be super proud of that. That, you know, these are made in the UK. It's hand engineering, but amazing performance, super lightweight. This car ain't going to be a lot. It's going to be 500-ish kilos or around there, sort of thing. So it's going to make noise soon. Lots of noise. It's not too bad with the turbo. They're a bit quieter because you've got a nice blow-off valve here, just to release the pressure after boost and all of that sort of thing. So yeah, lots. There's a lot of intricacies. In fact, we'll show you over here. Follow me. Right. So this is not the same, but it's something we're doing on another car, which we'll show you in a feature coming up soon. Which is when we reach out with RLM, we do the forged engine. It's the cast manifold, which is much stronger. And we'll have a drop link that goes down here as well with a support that actually supports the turbo. It's got a G25 550 turbo on now, pulsar actuator on here, and this is huge. 3.5-inch exhaust system that will go straight through, and this will be on drive-by-wire as well, throttle bodies and a plenum and all of that side of things, which I'll show you on the next build once we get onto that for the ex-factory conversion that we're doing. But it just gives you a bit more of an insight of what it looks like, how neat and tidy it can be, how packaged they are. I mean, that little unit there, it's tiny, and it's producing over 400 horsepower. That's a lot of power from a little 1.3 engine that you can literally pick up. That's mad, isn't it? I mean, it's a heavy pickup, don't worry. It's about 90 kilos. It's not lightweight, but to do that, most engines used to get like massive to produce this power. 400 horsepower out of this little bike engine, revving to 11,200 RPM. I think that's bonkers. Right, back to the car. Final bit, rear end's all buttoned up really. Sierra differential in there, Sierra drive shafts that it's got on it. Our fuel tank system, which is all plumbed in here with a in-tank fuel pump, which is 340 litres per hour. It's a huge pump, massive. Big brakes on the back. We've got all our adjustable AA arm suspension on here, and it's got nitron dampers all the way around. So really nice spec car, fire extinguisher, mandatory for safety and racing and everything else. So you've got your little tip over sensor valves here. If every car does go, you've got a little breather valve, so you won't spill fuel. And we have our screw caps, which are really cool for racing. You don't want any back panel ones here. They look nice and it's easy to fit up on the road, but for racing you want it inside here, you don't need it on the back. So yeah, she's rather sharp, rocking this black and orange theme actually. I think she's looking really strong. So that's it really on the, if you want to know more about this type of vehicle, which is what we call a Cup 400, which is a Cup 200 chassis but with a turbocharged Hayabusa engine. Absolutely bonkers power. It will blow your mind. We've got some track days coming up, which will be going out in the March the 11th. We'll be at Donington. If you want to know what just standard car goes like, a Cup 200, which is 206 horsepower, believe me or not, that's a lot in a little lightweight car like this. It's bonkers. We can book you in for a hot lap in a passenger seat. If you want to come and see what it's about, know more about the range, and you think it's a bit more closer to you to come to Donington on March the 11th, it's a Wednesday, we'll be there all day. So me and the team will be there giving passenger laps in that. And we've got quite a few other drivers there, so you'll be able to speak to the drivers as well, of other vehicles and what they are and their cars and everything else. So, right, that's it guys. Remember to like, share, subscribe, and basically if you want to know more about this range, hook us up, phone call, email at MK Sportscars. We'd be lovely, lovely, jubbly to see you. Bye guys, check you next time.